To a lot of folks, this will seem really obvious, obvious. But when you think about it and how many things it affects in your life, and the fact that it's so obvious you don't think about it, you're going to go, whoa. I think this is, once you get this or once you learn to look for this, it'll definitely affect the next time you go to the movies. You're going to be watching this when you go to the movies. There was this guy, René Descartes, and you know about him from the analytic geometry, trigonometry, those courses that you might have slept through. His name actually means René of the charts, and he had that name before he was the god of charts. Go figure. How did that work? But you've got an x-axis, you've got a y-axis. In Western countries, and actually in Eastern countries because they've been taught Western charts, the x-axis flowing from left, the way we read, flowing from left to right means time. Anything that goes in a rightward direction in a chart is the future, the glorious, beyond, we're getting there. And then we got the whole corporate story, the whole meaning of how we're evolving, where we're going. Time, powerful in that direction, inexorable time. And the y-axis up and down, are we up or are we down? Are we up or are we down? You can't, everywhere in the world is the glass half empty, is the glass half full. The old story. You cannot get away from that perception. You just cannot. The meaning people make from the Cartesian coordinate system is rooted in the foundation of the brain. I don't know whether it's hardwired or whether it's culturally induced, but it is there, and there's a reason that Brother René's system here got adopted for use by absolutely everybody on the planet. The strange thing about this was I drew this chart originally back during the Clinton administration. There's been some wrinkles since then, but we're right back to it. So the chart's not out of date. But again, in this chart, it's not labeled, is it? But I don't have to tell you time is flowing from left to right. I don't have to tell you that the debt is just going up, up, up. All right, so don't confuse me. This is the same data. Put in a chart that absolutely violates the rules and your expectations. Those are billions of dollars going this way, and those are years increasing going downward. I don't know why, but I just chose to make the chart this way. This is not a very meaningful chart. This is going to make people think, gee whiz, we're doing a whole lot better. So this is just as odd. You will often see sales plotted on one of these horizontal bar charts. And most of the charting packages, permit you to do that. Why would you do this? Well, one of the things it does is it ties into that notion of progress. Where are we going? Tell us where we're going. We're going off the edge of the chart someplace. Well, in a Gantt chart, one of the reasons that works is that the bars tie in with our notion of time. It's like self-evident. Nobody has to know that. There's one there. You have to know that. Okay, this is what I love this part. These prejudices we have are additive. So if I go this way, wow, that is the best direction. And Superman goes in this direction. That's absolutely fantastic. Anything, in a movie, something's taken off. It's going that way. Tom Cruise, he's going that way. You try to go down there, man. You don't want to go there, dude. It is dark. It is bad. The Latin word for sinister, that was coined for a reason. That's where left is. You just don't want to go there. Okay, here's another set of prejudices. You may or may not know that you have. Johannes Mercator, another guy, I don't think, his name means, the grid lines and whatever. This is the map that we all learned in school. And that's the guy that, started drawing them, basically using what amounts to a modified Cartesian coordinate system. So, Mercator and Descartes, they kind of had something to do with each other. So don't tell that to an Australian. This is how they see the world. This is known as MacArthur's Universal Corrective Map of the World. It was actually published once by an Australian who just had it up to here with Mercator maps. Well, what does that mean for chart making? It's just math, silly maps. We learned them in school. It means a lot for chart making. Here's a diagram that you might have encountered. I live in Los Angeles. These pictures seem perfectly real to me, perfectly normal to me, okay? You live in New York, you think this is backwards. If you see commercials that are produced for the New York audience, they are not going to do it this way. Those directors, those art directors, they understand what is rooted in your mind in terms of these ingrained Mercator prejudices. Well, wait, it's the one on the right that's correct. No, it depends on which way you point the camera. This is another thing. It seems obvious, but it plays out in everything that you see. When you go to the movies, when you see an ad, you're looking at a picture in the magazine. Well, that's got to be the south of France. The ocean's on the wrong side. Okay, left to right progression. And again, now this is starting to get to things that are judgmental in the charts that you would make. If you notice here, look at the order of the bars. Starts in the east, goes to the west, goes to central. Our Mercator bias would expect these charts to be west, central, east. Well, what's the difference? I mean, what difference is it? It's arbitrary, right? No. No. Because people expect to see west, central, east. If you show it this way, and we operate in an atmosphere, as we often do, of corporate paranoia, and what does paranoia mean? Anybody? A heightened state of awareness. What paranoia? The audience is going to go, whoa, the manager must be really worried about central. Because it's the rightmost, things that occur in threes, the last one, that's the one that you're emphasizing. Red, green, blue. It's just the way that you say it, the way you, and if you have a series of only two, where's the third one? You just got, if you have four, you got one too many. So that happens all the time. But again, your audience is going to think this bar is the most important.